As a new journey to any organization, what is your definition of induction? For me, it's like a trailer before a movie. Yes. Because once when I was in a new organization talking to a senior colleague of mine, she said, Kamal, the first 6 months, focus on survival. Yes. She said, take care of yourself. There are a lot of power centers here. There's an APAC, there's an EMEA, there's the Americas, and you have to manage the local politics. So there are a lot of loyalists here who did not want you here, so you have to manage them. So things she said in that one-to-one. I was in a shock because I had just come back after a big corporate induction and where we talked about the vision, purpose, and what the organization has done so far, the milestone, the innovation, strategies, things like that. And suddenly I realized in these one-to-ones, there seemed to be a different picture. And that day I realized the one-to-one inductions are far more insightful than the collective corporate presentations that we're made to sit through during your first few days in any organization. And I remember this colleague of mine, he was a training manager. He would come for any induction with a lot of new joinees, go through the day with all the PowerPoints and what he has to say to everybody. And in the evening, take them to a drink and make them sit and say, "Oh, company ka induction tha, ye mera induction hai." And then he will tell you things that you're allowed to hear. Like he said, I know today is a drinking day, have fun. But if there's a company party, don't go and get drunk there. It's not college. You'll be watched. And some instances about how people got tipsy and lost their jobs. And he would give examples of how to deal with some of the bosses. He will say, Prakash, very egoistic. Don't take pangas with him in a meeting. However, after the meeting, you go and negotiate with him, you'll get things done. Things like that which are important on a day-to-day basis, which possibly you will hear only in, during the water cooler discussions with your colleagues or through the gossip channels that you don't know how to verify. I always thought some of these one-to-one inductions are far more powerful in any organization context than what we hear collectively from the PowerPoint presentations and the corporate inductions where the CEOs, CHROs, and many senior people come and talk positively about the organization. I think those are important too because you get access to people, how they think, what they want. At the same time, you also want to know what the ground realities are. So I want to ask you today, what is your expectation and experience about inductions?